Side to side. Bouncing. Run in place with punches. And bouncing. Okay, about twice shoulder width. Squats there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Build up. Build up. Ahop. Yol. Hana. Set. Net. Dasat. Yasat. Build up. Build all. Ahop. Yo. Left leg forward, hands up, punching with the lead hand, jab, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Switch other side. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Shake it out. Right leg back. Front snap kick, followed by turning kick, consecutive. Front snap kick is middle, turning kick is middle highish. And rear leg kicking. Put it down and slide back. Left leg, dul. Set. Net. Dasu. Yasu. Go. Go. Ahop. Yo. Ana. Do. Set. Net. Dasud. Yasud. Go. Keep moving, keep bouncing. Go. Yo. Okay, with your right leg back, I'm going to do a lead leg side piercing kick, followed by jab cross, bounce back to where you were. Go. 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 3. Go. Whole time bouncing, huh? Bouncing. 5. Bouncing. 6. 7. 8. 9. Good. Other side. 1. 2. Set. Net. Keep bouncing, keep bouncing. Yasser. Yasser. Go. Go. A hook. Yo. Switch. Okay, shake it out. All right, let's see who I got. Casey, Patel, Mohan and friends. Cardona, Luke Lee and friend. Right leg back. Bouncing. Hand down front. Yeah. 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 Hand check. Hand check. Just putting it out there to see what they're going to do. Man, 1. 1. 1. 1. 1. Now we're going to kind of move around the circle a little bit. We're going to go 1 and kind of pivot off to our right side. 1. With our right foot moving to our left side. We're going to go on the floor clockwise. 1. 1. 1. Just kind of do the 1 and then kind of pivot off line a little bit. You don't have to go 90 degrees. 1. You go 45 degrees. 1. Just kind of going around, stepping off line. 1. Step off line. Go. 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 In and out. Go. In and then out on the ankle. Go. In and out on the angle. Go. In and then out on the angle. Switch sides. 1. Hand in front. 1. Just fingertips up there in the face. 1. 1. Now we're going to start to rotate off that 1, slight angle. 1. Go and then off angle. Go and then off angle. And go and then off angle. Go. So we're kind of pivoting to our back side. Foot. Foot. Shut. 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 Stop. 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 Off the 1 here. 1. Pa. Let me give him a punch. 1. 1. And come off line. 1. 1. 1. Then pivot off line. 1. Pivot. 1. Pivot. 1. Pivot. 1. Pivot. 1. Pivot. Go. 1. Pivot. Go. 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 Switch sides. Go. Punch. Go. Go. Go in and back pivot. Go in and back pivot. Go in and out. Go in and out. Go. 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 Okay. Right leg back. We go in, out, pivot, back kick to the 45. Okay? We go in, out, pivot, back kick to the 45. And as you do this, you'll do two, you're going to migrate a little bit. So we'll start with our right leg back. We go in, pivot, back kick, 45. We go in that straight line, in, pivot, back kick, 45. Then we can slide back with our right leg again. Go, left jab, pivot, back kick. Go, one. Go. Reposition if you have to. Go. Go. So take your time with this footwork and put them together, all right? One, pivot, push off, back kick. Okay? In, pivot, push off, back kick. In, pivot, push off, back kick. In, pivot, push off, back kick. Okay, now a little faster. Right leg back. You're going to put two together as fast as you can. That two sets both sides, all right? Ready? Go. One, pivot, back kick, one, pivot, back kick. Very good, Cardona. Nice. Now just put those two sets together, all right? That's just the two. You're going to step in with the jab. You're going to pivot to your backside. Pivot, and then continue the rotation. And then leave that leg forward. After you do that back kick, leave the leg forward. There you go. Now you're on the other side. Okay? So let's start with our right leg back. Everybody together. Right leg back. Ready? Jab left. Pivot. Left. Back kick. Leave it forward. Right jab. Pivot. There you go. You got it. All right. Okay, right leg back. Here we go again. Ready? Smooth. Make it smooth. Go. 1, 2, back kick. Other side. 1, 2, back kick. Okay, slow it down. If you go too fast, you make a lot of mistakes. So go fast enough, but do the right footwork, okay? Do the right footwork. Okay, right leg back. Go. Jab. Yeah, it's you. That's you we're watching, Mohan. Yeah, you forgot to step on off your jab. You forgot on the second side. Okay, make sure you get both sides. Okay, Patel, go. Jab, step off line, 45. Jab, step off line, 45. Now you're kicking right at the camera with both those kicks, so you can kick offline. As you go around, you'll notice you'll be at an angle. Okay? All right. Now, we go from here. We go jab, and we pivot off line. Now my kick's gonna go, the back kick is off this angle line here. Versus me going straight, coming back, pivoting, and then kicking straight towards the camera again. When you pivot off line, that's your new lines forward, that's where the back kick goes. Okay? Then you jab on that line, and you pivot 45 again. Now my kick will be towards the camera, even though I've migrated forward a little bit, all right? So I'm trying to get you to get the footwork right, and then you go a little faster, right? You go. So even though I went a little faster that time, I still did each step. Jab, pivot, back kick. Jab, pivot, back kick. So you get that motion down. You just be more fluid. Just get the switch again. Do it a couple more times. Both sides, a couple times. Do a couple sets of two. Keep working. Okay, now right leg back. We're going to jab, pivot 45, reverse hook kick all the way around. And now we're back with our right leg back. Okay? So we jab, we pivot, we reverse hook kick all the way around, and we kind of go 270 because we're going to go from 45 to here. And we're back facing exactly about where we were, about where we started, because we go forward, offline, reverse hook all the way around, and you're about close to where you started. Okay? So let's try this motion. Hands are up. Move it and try to do it from motion. Try to do all these techniques, bounce in motion like you're sparring instead of being just flat-footed and go and go. Just try to stay on the balls of your feet this whole class. So the next 20 minutes, try to stay on the balls of your feet bouncing. Even if you're not kicking, you can kind of stay side to side, loose. It takes a lot more energy, okay? I know it does. You get tired, you can take a break, but try to keep moving from the bounce, all right? You got your feet, you're moving your feet in, moving from the bounce. We jab, 1, pivot, reverse hook kick, all the way around. Go, 1, 2, set, net, dorsal. Okay, other side. 1, 2, set, net, dorsal, yasal. Go. Yado. Aho. Yo. Okay. So, right leg back. We're going to step across our body and back kick towards the angle. So from right here, we step across our body, and then we back kick towards the camera. Okay? Right leg back. Step across, back kick. Now leave your left leg forward and step across, back kick. And then leave your left leg forward, step across, back kick. And leave your right leg forward, step across, back kick. So we're stepping across just to kind of give us a little bit of a cheat towards our back leg. Partners or opponents in front of us. If I go straight back kick, it's 180 degrees. But if I do this little step, now it's about 160 degrees to the back kick. A little bit faster, okay? So I'm just going to try to move my lead leg to this side and then back kick back to the target. Ready? 1, 2. Little bit of footworking, shift, little shift, set. Changes your angle, gives you opportunity to get the strike in. Net. Dasu. Yasu. Go. Yodo. Aho. Yo. Okay, now I'm going to give them a little fake with the hand. And that hand could be fist, could be open hand, could be a flick, could be just something quick to go up to their face. And when we do this, we're also going to move in, but we're going to move across. So that movement that I was doing before where I went in and then pivot offline, this time I'm going to move to the inside. Okay? So as my partner's in front of me, I'm going to kind of get them to go that way by punching to the side. Okay? So as I come in from right here, I'm going to punch a little bit offline. And they move away from that punch to my backside into my back kick. Okay? So it's the same thing we just did. Only difference is I step a little bit offline with the punch and then kick back to the line. Leave the hand forward and a little bit offline and then back to the line. So that jab is a fake to get them to move into your back kick. Go. 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 Do that jab straight and come to this line. Come to this line, Cardona. Go. Yeah, don't bring your rear leg around. Take your front leg across. Don't bring your rear leg. There you go. There you go. Now, yes, yes, excellent. That's right. Now put the jab in front of it. All right, ready? Go. Good, Mr. Lee. Bring your front foot across a little bit more. Yeah, just a half a shoulder width. We're talking about 6 to 10 inches, okay? 6 to 10 inches, whatever you feel comfortable with. That's the step across, but you jab forward at the same time. The foot is coming across, that jabs forward, and that gets them to move to their backside, and then they're open for the back kick. Very good, okay? Try again, go. Yeah, simultaneous, punch and step. Go. Yeah, there you go. All right, keep bouncing, huh? Go. Ah, that's very good, Miss Villanueva. Very good, I like it. Okay, go. Pretty good, Miss Mohan. Other side to see if it works. Go. Yes. Okay, I like it. All right, go. Yeah, turn your head around, Miss Patel. Get your head around that back kick so you'll see where it's going, yeah? Go. Yes, that was good. Okay, Casey, I'm watching. Ready? Go. Yeah, that was good, that was good. Keep your hand up when you turn your back and you come around. As you come around with your kick, get your lead hand up. As you come around with your kick, you want your lead hand up because as soon as you finish this back kick, here they come. And if your hand is down, they're going to punch you right in the face. Okay, so as you come around and you turn around and you finish that back kick, make sure that you got your hand up. So we're here, we go 1, 2. This hand is here, not here. Okay? So here, not here. Yeah, and keep bouncing. Okay, now we're going to do another little subtle step. These little steps, if you think about the X on the ground, these little steps, they're little shifts. They're little shifts offline. Little shift offline from being very linear. We're always linear. We're very good at doing that and back. But when you go back, you go little offline step. That was the first one we did. The second one is we step offline with our lead foot. We lead this way. Another one is to open up. Okay, we open up with our lead foot, but just a little bit. Okay, and if we start to move this way, away, we can bring the kick up on the opposite side. So if you have a partner in front of you, you can do this. Close up into a closed stance. And they'll have their left hand up, and their back of their left hand will be what your target is. As you step to your left, you bring up your right leg and high turning kick right to the back of that hand and to the back of the head. And what happens is as I step across, their eye focus goes with me. And they don't see that leg coming up over the back side, okay? So we're just going to do that step now. We just did a step across, slight step across with a jab that set up our back kick. This time we're going to step across this way that sets up our rear leg turning kick, okay? So just a subtle step across over here, and then boom, okay? All right, we're here. We step offline. Boom. Now as I step offline, I'm opening myself. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. So you have to be ready. They're following you. You get them to follow. Then you come over the backside. Okay? Go. Go. Bouncing. Go. Step outside, boom. Step outside, boom. Step outside, boom. Step outside, ah. I've seen some serious bells rung with this simple step. They think you're moving away, and all you're doing is moving in. Yeah, you're here, you move in. Slightly. You open up your hips, you can bring that rear leg kick around. Now, as you do this motion, you can also finish with a jab. Do a jab, a little jab setup. Left cross. I'm here across my left hand. I go jab, cross, I open up, then my rear leg comes over behind that cross. So my hands are in their face, 1, 2, and I step offline, and this offline step allows that kick to come up over their back on their blind side shoulder. Okay? Very common combination, very simple thing, but the key part is the way you move your body. Step offline. 1, 2. Now I'm open with that kick, and I've used the hands to fill the space of my vulnerability here. As I opened up my body, my hips, and I stepped offline, I'm going to fill that with punches, and then turning kick. Okay, bouncing. 1, 2, offline step. 1, 2, offline step. Go. 1, 2, offline step. Go. 1, 2, offline step. Go. 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 All right, very good. Couple more. Just keep going. Try a couple more. Couple more. Couple more. Just try it. Yes. Now, when you step offline, you also step slightly forward. So that line on the ground is an X. And you're stepping slightly forward and slightly open. It's 6 to 8 inches. 6 to 8 inches of stepping. And all that does is it opens up your hips and brings that kick closer to your opponent, right? By an increment of a few inches. Okay? All right. So, just to rehash, we have our jab, pivot offline. As we back up, we go offline. We have our jab, come across the body to sneak our back kick a little bit faster, a little bit shorter distance for our back kick, right? The jab towards the front and close, and I'm starting to turn my backside. And then the rear leg shift. It's a little bit of a shift, fill the space with the punches, and then follow up with your turning kick. And you'll be able to have that vulnerability. It's a little bit vulnerable. You're open for that lead leg side kick. But you have to time it a little bit and set it up with your punches and move offline. That little bit of offline movement is also forward. So it's a little bit here. Now I've closed the distance and I'm in range to kick. And I've got the height, a little bit of an angle. Let's try that one a couple more times offline. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring our, we're going to do a switch step, and then a pivot offline with a jab on that line. So this time I'm going to switch, and when I do, I'm going to move slightly forward. So I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm here, and here, and here. And after I move forward, I'm going to jab, and then I'm going to pivot offline, that 45. Okay, so this is a switch, step, jab. Okay? Switch, step, jab. Switch, step, jab. Switch. So all I did the very first drill we did. The only difference is I did a switch step, moving slightly forward, and then I did it, okay? It's the same drill where you go jab, pivot, off angle. Difference is I switch, then jab, pivot, off angle. I switch my stance, jab, pivot, off angle, okay? A couple more times. Do it quick, do it quick. Go. 1, 2. Go. 1, 2. Go. 1, 2. You're going to slowly migrate forward. Go. 1, 2. Getting closer and closer. Go. 1, 2. Go. 1, 2. Okay? All right. So now, I'm going to work on my going backwards and punching. And right here, I'm going to go back and punch. I'm going to go back and punch. Okay? This is going to be with a jab, and when I go back, I'm going to go back to my open side. Okay? So it's kind of like an arc. From here, I go back on my open side and jab. Back and jab. Back and jab. And as I do that, I'm going to draw an arc in the ground. I've got my left leg forward and my right leg back. Hands are up. I go back on an angle. Back on the angle. Jab. Back on the angle. Jab. Back on the angle. Jab. Now I'm going to come back where I was. Little offline. Just work your way around. Okay? And cross. Okay, so we've got our right leg back. We're going to step first and jab. Step first and jab. You're stepping offline. Step first and jab. Open side. Step first and jab. Step first and jab. Step first and jab. Step first and jab. All the way around the circle. Now switch sides. Step first. So we went to the open side. We go step first, jab. Step first, jab. Step first, jab. I'm going away. You notice I'm going away. I'm going away and jab. Away and jab. Opponent's coming towards me. Okay? So not only am I moving back out of the way, but I'm moving offline as they come forward. They're coming straight with their flurry of punches. I'm coming offline. Okay? Each time. Let's go around the circle on this one. Step, jab, 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 step, jab. Okay, now our right leg's back. We're going to step on our right leg, jab, cross. Step, jab, cross. Step, jab, cross. I'm moving backwards and away. Backwards and on a line. Backwards on an angle. Backwards on the angle. Okay, other side. Backward, 1, 2. Backward, 1, 2. Backward, 1, 2. Okay, our right leg's back. We go 1, 1, 2. Rear leg turning kick. Okay, one more time. 1, 1, 2. Rear leg turning kick. 1, 1, 2. Rear leg turning kick. 1, 1, 2. Rear leg turning kick. 1, 1, 2. Turning kick. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, show. Okay, one more time, rehash. Forward jab, pivot step. Forward jab, pivot step. Forward pivot. Forward pivot. Open. Rear leg turning kick. Lead leg steps off line to the open side. Fill the space. 1, 2. Rear leg turning kick. Step off line to shorten your back kick. Step across to shorten your back kick. Okay? And then step open side cross, or step open side jab cross, or step open side jab cross turning kick. Step open side, 1, 2. So open to the open side to the back line. 1, 2. I'm backing up and moving off line. That pivot is very important. Okay? Now, one more for fun. Right leg back. They're going to come in. We're going to parry their blocks to the inside and pivot off my lead hand. So their punches are coming. I'm going to parry off with the lead hand and move my foot on the rear side. So I'm going to move to the rear side and pivot right cross. Okay? And when I do that, I can move their hands and right cross underneath their arms. As they punch, they're going to get moved. And then they're open on the floating rib or to the kidney. Floating rib. Okay, solar plexus, maybe if you get the right angle. But you're going to move offline. One, cross. Okay, go. One, cross. That lead hand is a little block, kind of a parry. I just move them offline and punch. So I'm standing in front, I move offline and back, and then come forward again. So again, it's that X on the ground, little subtle step away, and then counter. I'm not going straight back, because if I go straight back, then, and they stop, I'm too far away. But if I go angle, I'm closer. Yeah, that distance is shortened by about 3 to 6 inches. And that's the little thing we're talking about here, this little kind of subtle step that changes the angle of the attack and shortens the distance to the target just a little bit. And it's all of them are on these angle steps, okay? So let's try it again a couple more times. Pivot with a little bit of a block, cross, okay? Pivot with a block, cross. Pivot with a block, cross. Pivot with a block, and cross. And Mr. Thielman knows this is very important. Mr. Modi knows this is very important. If you're up against the wall and the person's coming, you cannot go like this anymore. You have to go side. Okay? So use your lead hand as the guard and move it away and move. Okay? Try a couple more. You can also throw a hook to the body. Yeah? Block, move their hands. Okay? Move offline. 1, 2, and then hook to the body. 1, 2. Other side. 1, 2. Hook. 1, 2. 1, 2. Cross. 1, 2. Cross. 1, 2. 1, hook. Okay? All right. So these steps can also be done with kicks first, punches first. For the most part, it's a very subtle little angle to the front, the back, retreating, moving forward. When you're sparring, don't always go, I'm bouncing, don't go. Forward, back, kick, block, kick, block. Everybody, when they first start, they're very linear. And you want to be able to get this angle. Try to start to feel these different angles a little bit more. Okay. Squats, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, shake it out. Right leg back. A few more. Hands up. Reverse hook kick, doubles. Reverse hook kick, doubles. Okay? 1, touch, 2. Okay? 1, 2. Now when you do the second one, a little more power. First one, nice and smooth. Second one, I'm knocking their teeth out. First one, fluid, balance, good extension. Second one, explosion, speed, power. Okay, first one, nice and smooth. Second one, bang. Make that first one, Mr. Lee, very smooth and go right into the second one. You want to go right into the second one. You do 1 and then go right, then 2. 1, 2. Don't stop. Yeah, don't stop. Even if you can't kick high, I want you to kick smooth. Okay, go. Okay, more power. Second kick. Relax. Now don't stop, huh? Nice and smooth. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, there you go. Bend your knee and chamber and kick hard. If you let your leg go, okay, this is important. In sparring, not every technique is as hard and fast as you can throw it. You have a long round to spar. If you're doing full contact like Mr. Modi, and you're in a ring, you got nowhere to go. You have to pace yourself. Not every shot is a power shot. So you can use different types of energy when you're putting your combinations together, so that not all of them are like, you know, same power, everything you got, and not everything is like, soft, okay, soft. You need to lure your opponent into believing that maybe you're tired, or make them think that you don't have power, and then you have power, okay? You need to have surprising changes in the rhythm and power of the techniques. So let's try to make this double reverse hook kick very smooth and clean, okay? Double reverse hook kick, very smooth and clean. Don't worry about the power part. Just do it nice and smooth and try to keep your balance and your hands up and do 2 nice kicks, at least shoulder height, okay? Go. Yes, Ms. Mohan is very good. You're flowing right into the second kick, and that's what I want. Okay, go. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, nice fluid motion. Okay, go. Nice. So when you put that foot back after the first kick, it's gonna, if you realize you're trying to do it smooth, it's gonna push off the ground and it's gonna help. You push off the ground with that kick on the second one. So it touches the ground nice and even, and then it goes right again. Yes, so Casey, that's very nice. Do it again, go. Smooth and touch and smooth. Very good. Now the only difference we're gonna do this time is we're gonna make that second kick nasty. Okay, the second kick is nasty. That's the one that takes the person's jaw and moves it about 4 inches this way, and they have to go to the hospital and their fight game is over. Okay, so to do the power, you do not change your technical motion. Even though I'm going to go with more power, if I go with a smooth kick, when I go with a power kick, the only thing I'm doing is I'm tensing my muscles a little bit more, and I'm trying to have my speed increase, my quickness. And the quickness that's important is right before the kick hits the person in the face, not all the rest of the stuff, okay? So you want to be smooth, but you want to be a little bit quicker, and you want to have a little bit more tension in your core on that second kick, and that's how you kind of get that intensity, how it changes the way the impact is against your opponent. But I don't do this. I don't go one and then go, you know, and throw my body in a radical way to try to get power. The power comes from the smoothness. It's just more tension, a little bit more speed. Force your muscles to go a little bit quicker. Keep that chamber still nice and clean so that you can move rapidly and extend the leg. It goes here and hooks across. It's here, hooks across. Okay? Do not try to do it straight leg from here because it slows you down. That leg is too long to move a long distance. Bend the leg and extend just a little bit. That section right there where you're getting ready to hit. So talk about that back kick. So again, technique stays consistent with the smooth kicks. Okay, just nice and smooth. Try to keep your balance fluid. And then the second one, bang. Okay? All right, 2 kicks. Let's go. Go. 1, 2. Try not to fall off balance on your second one. Go. 1, 2. Miss Villanueva, why do you turn and stop? Don't turn and stop. Just go fluid. Don't make an extra movement. Yeah, you're kicking your leg out. Think about this kick being a back kick. Think about the kick being a back kick right at the camera, okay? You're trying to bring the leg out too wide and it slows you down. Yeah, still too wide, huh? Yeah, better, a little bit better. Okay, Modi. Let's see what you got. Go. Extend, extend, extend. Smooth extension. Get your leg out there. Yeah? Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, nice and even, and then bang! Yeah, see now you get more tension and you're less balance. Okay, so that's the part we have to work on. You know, we have to try to be, even though we go power, we don't want to lose everything and throw the technique away. We have to try to find the right balance between the power and the fluidity of the motion. Go. Pretty good, except for when you do the back kick, I want you to, or this reverse hook kick, I want you to do it with your heel, Ms. Patel, with the back of your heel. So flex your foot like a side kick, okay, go. Yeah. Now, the only other difference is instead of having your toes up when you come around, okay, watch. As I come around, my foot should be horizontal, okay? I do not want my toes up like that. That means I've turned my hips a little bit too much over. Okay, I'm doing a different kind of kick, like a side kick. It's nice and fluid. Hooking across. Okay? Toes should be like this, not like this.
Is the first one like that too?
Both exactly the same form. Don't change the form of anything. Same exact form, only difference is speed and intensity and core energy. So you shouldn't fall off balance, you shouldn't make any extra move. The foot position is the same, everything's same, okay? Okay, now just one more like that, since we're running out of time. We do a rear leg turning kick, and we're gonna do a double turning kick. But the second turning kick is the one I wanna have power on. Now always when you do a double turning kick, it kind of doesn't have the same power because you go like this, you go, boom, and you touch the ground and you can do it, okay? You can get that extra power. When we're doing like a Muay Thai kind of practice, when we're doing that kick, we do that rear leg and we go, boom, boom, right? We touch the ground and you kind of, bah, bah, touch the ground. But this one's a consecutive kick, so we're not gonna put it down. But we're gonna cheat our first kick just a little bit and make it fluid. And then I'm gonna extend my leg and bring my hips across and really do that hip, little short jerk of the hip for the high kick, because that's the one I wanna put some impact on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do body kick and then bang with the high one. So that first kick is more fluid and rhythmic. And then the second one, a little bit more chutzpah, right? That change in the rhythm and the way you kick, one time you go like this. You go to the same rhythm, nice and rhythm, and then you go, right? A little bit more, yeah! A little bit more, extra on the second kick. Try to see if you can get some power in your second kick. Make sure the first kick is at least waist level. Waist level. That's a good one. Nice. I like that one, Villanueva. Very good. Okay, Sergi, come on. Why you kick out of her hand? Why? You have too much power? What's wrong? Your first kick is at her ankle. Get the first kick at the waist. Waist. That's better. That's better. I like it. Okay, Patel, go. Yeah, second kick is a meat kick right in the chin, okay? One more, go. Yes, I like it. One more. Yeah, good, Cardona. So, the idea behind that reverse hook kick into a second reverse hook kick and double turning kick, or any kick in combination or consecutively, you don't always need to make the second kick the most powerful kick. You know, it's what I'm saying is that you need to break up the rhythm of the power shots versus shots that are in combination and in flow, right? So sometimes a jab is not intended to hit. It's just intended to be a fist in the guy's face, huh? And then I put the fist in the face a little bit, but I didn't mean to hit. I just wanted to blind him for a second so I can kick him up underneath. And that kick underneath is, I'm trying to knock his ribs across the floor, okay? But this is like that. He doesn't know that this is coming as hard and like with intensity. So you want to mask the rhythm of when you're going to throw a power shot. And this is very important in full contact, but it's also important in any kind of contact sparring where you're moving around the ring. You know, you get on a rhythm and you do certain things and everything's like tag, 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 tag. But you, every once in a while, you go tag, 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 explosion. You know, just to keep somebody honest, you know, and also if they block it or whatever, they get hit, they go, whoa, okay, whoa. Now I got to be careful because the person's got power that could hurt me. So don't always give away your power shot right off the beginning, you know, kind of keep it in the back pocket and use your rhythm. And the other part about tonight, I just want you to think about and hopefully practice with these very simple little side steps on the X. Little footwork motion, either before you kick or punch or during your kicking and punching or right after, that adjust your angle and position relative to your opponent. They're not just back and forth linear. It's very subtle little steps that open up different targets and when you step off that angle, it shortens the distance for your strike. Okay, so if you shorten the distance, it means it gets there faster and they're more surprised. So that's what I'm trying to get across. 8:57. Although I'd love to work out for it. Now I'm feeling good. I've warmed up. Now we can work out. Jeez. Modi's like, all right, now I got to go do my 2 hours of Muay Thai.
Yes, sir.
Are you off to sparring?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can use what I just gave you tonight.
Oh yeah.
You just got to be think about when. You know, it's just those subtle position changes, and then when do you really lay leather, right? When do you really throw the power shot? It shouldn't change too much, but it should not always be the same.
Right.
You know, some guys I see fight, they're just like, especially in Muay Thai, you see those guys from Thailand, man, they just like square up, and they just go, ah, and then the other guy goes, ah, and then they go, ah, and they just like beat the hell out of each other, you know, it's just like, wham, wham, who's gonna quit? Yeah. You know, and it's weird because if you watch them, they're like, man, they know how to take those shots. They're just good at taking them. They see the shot coming. They're used to it. It's when you really destroy that rhythm. Mm-hmm. You destroy that rhythm and you don't know when that power shot's coming and the guy tenses and then he kind of relaxes and then it comes, you see. That's when you get hurt. Mm-hmm. That's when you get knocked out because you start getting into that rhythm of either one way or the other. It's, you know, full power all the time. People seem to figure out how to absorb it. You know how to absorb the shot. It's when you break that rhythm up, all of a sudden, that's when things get weird. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, I don't know whether to absorb a heavy shot or I wince and then I relax. And as soon as I relax from that body block or something like that, that's when the power shot comes. And that's when, or when you're countering, you're coming forward and you run into that thing that wasn't there before, but you didn't see it. And those little off-angle steps are what set that up. Okay. There you go. Another workout in the books. Nice. I'm glad you all came.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm glad you're showing up. Oh, Casey. I can't wait to put the gloves on and punch you in the face.
You have to before I actually graduate.
When are you graduating?
This year.
You're going to graduate in spring
May.
of 21?
Yes. Yes.
Spring of 21.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got a little bit of time. Maybe we'll be able to train together before then. At least one time where you can beat me up, but I'm going to get one shot.
I'm not sure about that beating you up, sir. I don't think I've ever seen anyone beat you up before.
Let's see, the last time I got beat up was Joe Van. Joe Van from the WT Club. He beat me up.
Oh, that was in our joint practice, right?
Yeah, I didn't use any punches.
Yeah.
It was just difficult.
Oh
it
yeah,
was really
I
hard.
get kicked. My ass
You
kicked by
feel
those
like
guys
your
when
hands
that
are tied.
happens. Yeah.
He'd bring up his lead leg so just a hair higher than mine, and he was beating me to everything with his lead leg.
Yeah.
And that set everything else up. I was like, shit, can't get around it. And I was trying to do different things. I thought, well, I'll throw a rear leg or some other types of cut kicks, some other things. Like I couldn't even get my cutter up. He was cutting everything I threw. Lead leg, bang. I couldn't even get around it. And so that was a bit frustrating. So yeah, it happens. I always learn though. I think about those things when someone beats me up. I go, what can I do different next time? Well, first of all, I'm going to put my gloves on and say, hey, go ahead, put the gloves on, Joe. That would be a smart move. But yeah, so it happens for sure. In fact, I think I've gotten beat up a lot more than I've ever beat other people up. And most of the time in competitions, I got beat up. I always learn something though. I like to watch the videos where I win. But it's only because when I lost, I watched those videos over and over and over again. So I was trying to figure out what the hell went wrong. How'd that person back kick me like that? Just learn. Try to learn.
That's why we have the watch parties.
Yeah, I think that was something that we used to always do because we were just really into it as a group, and it's really helpful for everybody to learn from other people's loss. You can go in there and say, man, what's going on? And you can help them figure out what's going on. Or like either you had the experience before or you didn't have that experience before, but now you can learn from it too because you go, it's something, there's always something. And it's the same with pattern. I used to watch my patterns over again. I used to lose to this guy, Russell Jones, all the time. And his patterns were shitty. But everybody knew Russell Jones. And he was pretty flexible, so he'd kick high. But, I was like, God, I've got to beat him in pattern. And it was like obsession. I was watching over and over again. It's like, man, my patterns are so much better than this guy. Why is he beating me? And it's like, yeah, see, it's 3 friends from his gym up there judging. I'm just like, God damn it. And I'd be like, sir, could you watch, I'd say when Master Nunez and whoever else was not judging, I'd be like, sir, could you please watch this pattern and tell me who you think wins afterwards? And so when I'd lose 4-1, I'd come over and I'd go, okay, seriously, did I actually lose 4-1? He's like, no, dude, I had it the opposite way. I'm like, thank you. Like, don't lose, but a little bit of, consolation prize if you have your instructor tell you, no, man, you have.
It's always vindicating.
Yeah, bad judges, man. But it happens, for sure. I remember the funniest one I remember in a long time was that that guy came into our class and he was kind of like, I want to spar. And so we had him spar a couple people and he was kind of trying to hit people hard, I could tell. And then we put O'Casey on him and he was just like,
I think I remember that.
Wait, which guy?
he just got him up against the wall and just like, boom, boom, body, face, whack, steps out, kicks him, wham. He's just like, and he like threw a whiff, like whiff. I was like, man, I hope he doesn't catch her with a power shot, but he just couldn't even touch her. And he just got frustrated. He was so pissed. He was just really like, mad. And he never came back. It's like, okay, there it goes. That's that's the average right there.
I hoped he did come back. I had him in the corner and I contemplated, should I hit the guy? But he hit me kind of hard before. So I was like, I think, yeah.
I think you can deal some. I'm still standing. You hit me, but here it comes.
But the issue was like he wasn't just against the wall. We had pushed those boxes in, so he was in a literal corner. Like he couldn't even run off the mat. I was like, ooh. But also, you hit me kind of hard with that turning kick. And I remember.
Yeah.
What is this? Was that PhD student? Which one was it?
No, I think it was the big Muay Thai skinhead dude.
Yeah, there's been a lot of instances over the years, a lot of people coming into the club and I mean just full whatever. I mean it's they want to prove themselves, and sometimes they're good. They're very good. And
the guy was pretty good. Like his hits were like solid.
Yeah. But other times they've got more ego than they've got technique. That's most of the time. Most of the time. But I mean, there's just a lot of egos out there. You never know. I've been humbled too much. So I would never go to someone's gym and like want to spar with everybody like first night.
It's a bad idea.
Not now. Maybe when I was, 25, 27, somewhere around there. I think we did that a little bit, but not now. But I mean, the main thing is trust in your technique and don't get freaked out and protect yourself at all times when you're fighting somebody you don't know, because you never know what they're going to do. But you can usually see they start going like they're going to wind up with the big punch because they're getting frustrated or whatever because you're moving around and sticking them. And they're getting madder and madder. You better watch out because here it comes. So you got to, protect yourself. But we have good technique. We know how to fight. If we practice enough, you get better. You don't practice, you don't get better. So even people that that aren't really great, good at, not that good at sparring, but if they've come for a couple of years, I have no trouble you going against somebody who has, a big ego and not a lot of technique. You have to trust your defense first. Movement and defense, and then you'll see the things that open. Especially when someone's winding up. That's why that's the same, just to come back to this idea of rhythm and power, when you're in the ring and you're working multiple rounds, you can't go full power all for 2, 3. I mean, some people do, I know, but it's just dumb. It's like more about trying to figure out when the pace makes sense. Keep the pace going, you can throw shots that aren't full power, a lot of shots, but they're still decent, good form, good balance, good defense. When you're throwing your shot, you're moving, and those shots kind of keep people busy and they don't know what's going on. It sets up your timing. And then that's when you let go with the big power shot. You set it up. So think about that a little bit when we get back to sparring, and don't go directly into, hard as you can, or don't have any power. That's not good either, especially to the body. All righty. Well, everybody doing okay?
Yes, sir. How are
Yes,
you
sir.
doing?
Frickin' Zoom is so awesome.
The Zoom.
The luster has worn off.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go roll around on the mat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can do that at some point. Hey, y'all going out to vote?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
My ballot.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Remember that if you try to vote on election day, it's going to be very difficult. The polling places are going to be overwhelmed in many areas, especially in cities. So if you could do the mail-in, do it as soon as you can. And if you can do early voting, I highly suggest that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the early voting, some weekday, midday or something like that, like around 10 or 11 in the morning before before lunch, and try to hit an early voting time at that point. Because otherwise, I don't want to see what it's going to look like in some places on election day. You don't want to be there for 3 or 4 hours. that would be no fun. No matter how many cool videos you have on TikTok.
TikTok.
Hey, Thielman,
Sir,
I gotta head out.
nice to see you.
nice to be here.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Yep.
Kick their ass, Modi.
Will do.
And keep your guard up and don't get a broken nose. All right, you guys.
Yes.
Well, we'll see you next time.
All right.